This tutorial shows you how to make traditional EPUB ebooks for upload to popular ebook stores and also for upload to Amazon for use with the Kindle format. So I'm going to go to my copy of The Blue Monk, which is here in the My Books tab. You can see a number of books have already been created here. And I've got one here that is for PubML export. And if I go to edit the metadata, you will see that I have the publisher, the title, and I have the edition notes here for PubML export, and this appears next to the title. This edition notes is not exported with the book at all, but it is useful for you, the author, publisher, to keep track of your different editions. I'm going to go back to My Books, and inside this Blue Monk for PubML export, I'm going to edit the book, and I want to show you some of the differences between a book that's developed for PubML export and a book that's created for EPUB export. One thing is that all of my large graphics in my PubML book are hosted on the internet, and I'll give you an idea. There's this chapter here called Song of the Sea, and inside the chapter I have links, and there is a place here where one of the characters in the book draws a diagram to explain how a sailboat works. And I'm looking for it, but I've got a link to it, and if I preview this book, which I can do from inside the PubML admin section, and I go to this chapter, Song of the Sea, and I flip through the pages, you'll see that Michael draws a diagram. Seen from above, it looks like this, and I'm able to click this link, and the diagram will load up from the web. We don't have that luxury with EPUB ebooks. All of the graphics that we use need to be embedded in the book. So there are a few differences in how we're going to build this book. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close the preview. I'm going to go back to My Books. And what I've done here is I've used the duplicate command to take my PubML book that's finished, and I created another one called the Blue Monk, and I simply changed this edit metadata and I wrote for EPUB export. The next thing I did is I went to edit the book and I made a few changes. Now as you scroll through, what you'll notice is I've got a few other chapters. What I did is I made full page chapters for full page images, and I have a chart of Biscayne Bay, the chart of Dinner Key, and inside Song, so my full page things are here. Inside Song of the Sea, what I've done is I've actually embedded the image inside the chapter. If I click this version, what I've done is I've actually gone in, and as I scroll down, you can see that I've uploaded my image into the chapter. So what happens is, when you're making an EPUB book, if you've got full screen images, you can make them separate chapters, or you can embed images in the page itself. All of these images will get exported with the EPUB file. Let's go back to the export screen now. On the left side, I can check all of my ebook metadata. I have not bothered to put an ISBN number on this digital edition, though I certainly could. Some ebook stores require it. You can get one assigned by Google, an eISBN, which you can then use on other ebook stores. Amazon does not require one. And so I've put in all of the information, the description, so on and so forth. And what I'm going to do now is click Download EPUB. I'm going to click once. It'll create the file. When the button changes, I can click on it, and it'll ask me to save the EPUB file. I hit OK, And as you can see, it's shown up here in my downloads folder. So I have created the EPUB file. Before I do anything else with my EPUB file, I want to validate it. I'm going to go to validator.idpf.org. IDPF is the International Digital Publishing Forum. They're the people who created the EPUB standard. I'm going to browse, go to my downloads folder, and here is my Blue Monk EPUB book. I'm going to click, this is off screen, I'm going to click the open button, and then I'm going to click validate. And finally, it tells me that my EPUB is good. EPUB 2, congratulations, no problems were found. So I know that I've got a valid EPUB file. The next thing I'm going to do, and you may or may not have an EPUB reader set up on your machine, is I'm going to double click this file and load it into my default desktop e-reader. When I double click this file, it's going to open up in the Azardi reader, which is my default desktop reader, and you can see it loads the book. I've got my table of contents, and I also have, for example, my charts, which load as full page. They should scale along with the rest of the book. I can scroll through. I've got decent looking text, and actually Azardi seems to be one of the better looking ones. So here is my traditional EPUB ebook, and you can see it here in the Azardi library. I'm also going to go and I'm going to right click or alt click on this, and I can select open with, and I'm going to open this in Adobe Digital Editions, which is Adobe's free EPUB reader. You can see the book here. You can see the table of contents with the hierarchy, and I can go to my various chapters, and I don't care for the look of it as much in the Adobe software, but different EPUB readers give you different displays. There's my charts, here are my chapters, and it's quite readable and quite useful. Another place I'm going to open this up is in Calibre. I won't update this. Now, Calibre is free software, and it allows me to look at, for example, the metadata in the book, which you can see over here on the right. If I choose Edit Metadata, you can see that all of the things that I filled in my metadata are all here. The cover is here. The description is here. So it's just another way to take a look at the book to ensure that you're getting the information to the EPUB readers that you need. Now, a number of people have asked whether you can use EPUB books exported from the PubML Tools on Amazon. Here I am in kdp.amazon.com. I'm in my Kindle Direct Publishing account, and I'm going to add a new title. I'm going to enter my book details. So here I am, and I've answered all of the various questions here, filled in the descriptions, age group if you want it. I've uploaded my cover file. I am going to choose not to enable digital rights management, but that's your call. And here's the important step where they ask you to upload the book content file. I'm going to click Browse. I'm going to go to my Downloads folder, and I'm going to upload my EPUB file. And Amazon should convert that EPUB file to a .mobi file. Now, after a little bit of time, Amazon tells me that the upload and conversion were successful. It's offering a spell check. There are 46 possible spelling errors, but since my book has been edited and re-edited, I'm not going to worry about them. They're probably colloquialisms or things like that. And now I've got some opportunities to preview the book. I'm going to go ahead and use the online previewer. I will save my changes and continue, so I don't lose anything I've entered. Opening the book for preview, and here is the Kindle version of the book in preview as exported from the PubML Tools. I can look at it in wide format. And I'm going to go back to the book details to continue publishing. Takes me back to that first page. And from here I can go on, save and continue. I can also use the downloadable previewer if I want. But I think the point's been made. I'm going to go on and I'm going to verify my publishing territories. I'm going to choose the 70% royalty. Why? Because it's more than 35%. And then I will continue with the basics of pricing and so on and so forth. This is how you export a book from the PubML Tools and publish it on the Kindle platform.